What you do in life echoes in eternity.
You are going to incur a lot of disappointment, a lot of failure, a lot of pain, a lot of setbacks, a lot of defeats. But in the process of doing that, you will discover some things about yourself that you don't know right now. What you will realize is that you have greatness within you.
It's very important that you engage in an ongoing process to develop you.
Where all you want to do is be successful, as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
And if that doesn't work, try something else. If that doesn't work, try something else. Keep going with massive action.
You are listening to Thought Food.
Hey, it's your girl Becky Kisoon. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I don't know if anybody knows, but my show just got on iHeartRadio. I am so thrilled about that. So I'm welcoming in a whole new audience, and I'm going to keep doing my thing. I'm going to keep giving as much as I can, and hopefully I touch somebody. And for the people that have been supporting me thus far, thank you so much. I really appreciate you listening. On this podcast, I am doing a continuation on the last podcast, Take the Trash Out. So I told you about self-limiting beliefs, where they stem from, what they are. And I guided you briefly through how to get over some of your limiting beliefs, but it was very briefly. So I wanted to go deeper into that. Your feelings, they always screw you over. They always screw you over. How you feel about yourself screws you over. How you feel about a situation screws you over. Your limiting decisions have shaped everything that you do. They have prevented you from seeing opportunities, and maybe they've even discouraged you from trying at all. They're deadly because if unchecked, they tend to lower your aspirations, your hopes, your dreams. They spawn patterns of continuous self-sabotage. They increase procrastination and laziness. We all know that. And they drain your energy. Do you have a pattern of feeling worse the more that you try to feel better? Have you tried everything and it feels like nothing is working? Do you begin to improve and then suddenly have a flare-up of your emotional or physical symptoms? Do you struggle with a pattern of self-sabotage? And do you even find it difficult to help yourself when you know you need to? If this is you, I can almost guarantee that your limiting beliefs are getting in your way. They're getting in the way of you overcoming whatever challenge you have. I know this may be a hard pill to swallow. Just stick with me, and I promise this will be the best truth that you've ever entertained the possibility of. Your subconscious mind might be blocking you from your healing through your limiting beliefs. One reason this happens is because at some level you actually have an inner conflict about healing. This type of inner conflict occurs when one part of us wants to change, but the other part, the subconscious part, doesn't want to change because it believes that change is not good for us. It is a resistance to your goal, which sabotages your efforts altogether. Even though your conscious mind is doing everything it can to think of to heal itself, your subconscious mind may be holding what it thinks are very good reasons not to heal or to overcome your challenge in the form of strong, limiting beliefs. Part of you may see the challenge or illness as an upside or a benefit, which is better in some way than being well. In some way, a twisted, crazy type of way, but some way. And this means that you perceive there's a benefit to your challenge. Exploring harmful beliefs was the single most important action that I took in my own healing journey. And it has proven over and over again to be essential to the healing process for other people too. The same way that you unsubscribe from emails or unfollow people that don't feel good, that cause stress in your life, or have views that you don't want to be connected with, you can begin unsubscribing and unfollowing your beliefs. I want you to see just how important it is to spend time on empowering and limiting beliefs, as if your life and health depend on it, because it does. One of the most convincing stories of the power of empowering and limiting beliefs I've come across comes from the story of Sam Lond. Sam Lond was diagnosed with cancer of the esophagus. In 1974, this type of cancer was considered fatal. A few weeks after his diagnosis, Sam died. When the autopsy was done, it was revealed that Sam had very little cancer in his body, at least not enough to kill him. There were a few spots scattered around his body, but no cancer at all on his esophagus. Dr. Clifton Meter, his physician, stated, "I thought he had cancer. He thought he had cancer. Everyone around him thought that he had cancer." The doctor questioned if he had removed hope in some way. And in 2014, the New England Journal of Medicine published a trial showing that mimicking surgery can be just as effective as the real thing. And in this same study, patients were candidates for knee surgery with a torn meniscus and debilitating pain. When they arrived in the operating room, surgeons in Finland performed either a meticulous repair of the torn cartilage or make-believe surgery. Incisions were made and closed with no other intervention. If the patients under anesthesia could hear or understand, the doctors and nurses passed instruments making the typical sounds you'd expect and pretended to do surgery for as long as the procedure would normally take. Patients who underwent real surgeries and patients whose surgeries were faked had equal improvement. In Bruce Lipton's book, The Biology of Belief, Unleashing the Power of Consciousness, Matter and Miracles, he tells a story that demonstrates the absolute power of empowering belief. Interior designer Janice Schoenfeld took part in a clinical trial to test the efficacy of an antidepressant drug. The pills relieved her 30-year experience with depression, and the brain scans confirmed that the activity of the frontal precortex of her brain was greatly enhanced. Only at the end of the trial did Janice find out that she had been taking a placebo and not the real drug. Her belief about what the drug would do for her was responsible for her improvement. There are endless findings now that demonstrate that our empowering or our limiting beliefs actually create our reality. Dr. Lipton's groundbreaking research is perhaps one of the most inspiring examples, proving that your mind will change the biology of your body according to your subconscious beliefs. There is now groundbreaking research that prove that your mind will change the biology of your body according to your subconscious beliefs. Your body's chemistry looks to that dominant part of your brain for direction. Do you see why it's so essential that the beliefs you hold are good for you? When you clear harmful beliefs so that you can be in total alignment with healing, there is freedom. So, limiting beliefs that block healing due to the subconscious not being in alignment with healing are typically built around some main concepts. Safety. This is the limiting belief that happens most often to people. They feel like it's unsafe to heal. If part of us doesn't feel safe to heal at a core level, it can act as a monster-sized block. Willingness. I'm unwilling to heal. This covers the idea that we aren't willing to do what it takes to heal, energy-wise, financially, or any other reason. And this limiting belief has to do primarily with the work involved in healing. This isn't a belief based on laziness, but it comes from being drained with our challenge. Deserving. A feeling that I'm undeserving of healing. And this limiting belief is all about believing that we don't deserve to heal or to be happy and that we're not worthy of it. This is often centered on the fact that we don't feel good enough. Readiness. I'm not ready to heal. Not feeling ready to heal can play a part when we feel like things would change too fast. Ability, when we feel like I am unable to heal. This limiting belief is centered on believing you don't have it in you, or you don't have what it takes to heal. That you aren't able to heal because you don't have either the internal or external resources to do it. This is linked to the thought that others can heal, but some can't. And, feeling like it's not possible to heal, it's a harmful belief that comes many times from the medical professionals who are trying to help you. Hearing things like you have the most severe case of something, or that your issue is incurable, it'll give you ammunition to these types of beliefs. This block is built around feeling like your circumstances are just too bad. Feeling like I don't want to heal. Not wanting to heal usually results from having an upside to your challenge. Everything that we perceive as negative in our lives, such as being sick, also has a positive aspect, a benefit. Sometimes, even if only at a subconscious level, the benefit that we gain from the challenge prevents us from wanting to overcome the challenge. You're going to have to think on that one. That was deep. But the important thing to know here is that you can only clear as fast as the beliefs reveal themselves to you. And you won't have to fix every single one in order to heal right away. You just have to start with one. Here are some examples of limiting beliefs that block healing. I'll only be loved if I'm sick. I'll only be loved if I'm perfect. I am unlovable. I am undeserving of love. I don't matter. I'm worthless. I always make the wrong decisions. When things start to go well, something bad happens. If I do what I want, other people will be unhappy. Being healthy and happy at the same time is impossible. I need this challenge or illness to have my needs met. I need to be sick to feel safe. I deserve to be sick and unhappy because of something bad that I did in the past. Being sick and unhappy is my punishment for doing something bad in the past. I'll end up alone if I heal because people only stick around because I am sick. If I heal, it will just come back. It is unsafe to relax. It is unsafe to be happy. If I do something good for myself, someone else will be upset. I want to leave my relationship if I heal. I can only heal with more support. I'm only worthy when I'm perfect or I'm doing things for others. I can only heal with more money. If I get well and still can't find a partner, I'll have no excuse. Healing would prove this was my fault in the first place. I will be too vulnerable if I heal. I'll have nothing to do anyway if I heal. There's no point to healing. I have no purpose worth healing for. Are you starting to see that nothing is off limits as far as limiting beliefs go? Well, good, because that is going to help you in your healing process. So hopefully you understand what limiting beliefs are. See what comes up for you when you ask yourself the following questions. Maybe you did the exercise in the last podcast, maybe you didn't. If an idea pops into your mind, go with it. And if an idea comes up and it seems ridiculous, go with it too. If your subconscious mind is trying to push things to the forefront, listen. When a memory or a belief pops up, write it down. Why could part of me believe I need this illness, injury, situation, or challenge? If I give this up, who won't be punished anymore that I think should be? Who would hurt if I got over this issue? Do I feel more powerful in some ways with this problem? Does letting go of this mean I am forgetting something or forgiving someone? What would I lose without this story? What's the downside? What do I think that I have to do to make this situation go away? And is there a downside? During my own healing process, I'd ask myself, if my brain named all the reasons why I shouldn't heal, what would it be? This would give you some crazy answers. Hopefully now you have a head full of possible limiting beliefs. And I'm going to talk about exactly what to do with these limiting beliefs.